Hello everyone. We'll talk about strategy, evaluation and control in today's video. So look at what we are trying to go around it. The evaluation and control. Even the photograph sees around the same things. Everything is going. You need to check whether if everything is going on or not. That's very true. This is what the evaluation mechanism would tell me and how to go across with it. So yes, we'll talk about the operational issues. We'll talk about the control issues and how control actually makes an operational much more effective and emphatic. That is what we are going to go around it. Even through a control process, we will be able to understand where we have gone wrong, or which all position, which all strategies, which all decision, or which all people could be changed for a better impact. So, why controls? Effective strategy implementation is crucial for achieving organizational objective. Despite having an excellent strategy, its success heavily relies on meticulous implementation and readiness to make corrective adjustment when necessary. The uncertain future, the uncertain dynamic environment necessitates continuous evaluation of both the planning premises and the strategy execution thereof. And that is what we should be entangling around here. So, yes, strategic control focuses on tracking these strategies as it unfolds, as we try to implement whatever we have formulated in our strategies, right? During implementation, there might be certain impediments, certain hindrances that comes around it. It might be the lack of coordination, it might be the dearth of resources, it might just the environmental factors. Now, as it involves identify any deviation or shift in the initial assumption, the strategy formulation phase, and making necessary adjustments so that your end objective is always in focus, is always achievable. This proactive approach is essential in navigating long-term implementation in an unpredictable environment per se. So, types of strategic control, we have the premises control, on which we talk about the validity of underlying assumption throughout the strategy's implementation. For instance, IDBI's strategic adjustment in response to the RBI's policy changes, exemplifying the need for the premises control. Now, IDBI is Industrial Development Bank of India, right? What has happened? It was supposedly a bank which was supposed to give loans and funding for the industries thereby. But what happened with RBI's policy, the Reserve Bank of India's policy change, wherein it mitigates the loan amount altogether, and with this the IDBI could not only service the industry, the big conglomerate or big load factors, but they can now actually attract even the retail customers. So premises control, which you need to understand once there's a change in the regulatory framework, and how do we go across? This is of vital importance. Implementation control evaluate progress and outcomes against the plan, allowing for real-time adjustment. Motorola's phased launch of pagers in India is a prime example, where initial rollout is informed. Subsequent marketing strategies, that is very pertinent as on when on basis. We are going to go across with it. Types of strategic control, strategic surveillances monitors a broad range of internal and external events that could be impacting strategy, necessitating a vigilant and responsive approach. This is strategic surveillances. What are we looking at? Both your strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats in the environment, and how do you mitigate essentially so that your responses become much more productive for and beneficial and profitable for the company. Special alert control prepares for sudden unexpected events that may require a significant strategic shift, such as alliances, takeovers, or political upheaval. Now, this is special. Certain things which are not in your control as an organization, it's just beyond your control. Maybe there was a war, maybe there was a social unrest, maybe there was a political takeover. You name it, for which you need to have always be prepared for. The third part is the unhidden, or should I say, the hidden or the blind segment that we got to go around. Strategic surveillance is where you are prepared, you are completely prepared, and things can be mitigated depending upon your decision and your alertness. But what happened with special alert control, which are beyond your control per se? Operational control complements the strategic control by focusing on the short term, guiding, monitoring, and evaluating progress towards annual objectives. It involves setting standards, measuring performances, analyzing performance gaps, and implementing corrective actions, as the case might be. This is what we are looking forward to. The operational control is all about here. Now, types of operational control is budgeting. Now, why budgeting? If we may say so, translating the strategic plans into specific, adjustable, and actionable budgets. That is what we need to go around it. If we think certain resources, let's say a raw material is being available at a bottom prices, at the low bottom prices, should you make more purchases? Probably yes. Because why? Because at bottom prices, at the lowest of all prices, your margin will only increase. So you need to understand those budgeting control per se. Then is scheduling, utilizing tool like PERT, program evaluation review technique, and CPM, the critical path method for efficient resource allocation and project timeline management. The KSF, or the key success factors, concentrate on the critical aspects such as productivity, quality, market share for operational success as on when on basis. So yes, we are talking about the budgeting, we're talking about the scheduling, we're talking about the KSF, the key success factor that goes around it. Well, allow me to talk about the critical path method and the program evaluation review technique. These are essential for any project management, offering a definitive approach, a structured approach to planning, to scheduling and controlling projects. They help in identifying critical path which needs can never be missed altogether, path which cannot be overlooked altogether. These are certain criteria that needs to be taken, ensuring an efficient use of resources, timely project completion as on when on basis. Here is the glorifying example of your PERT network, is the program evaluation network. See what is 6, 10, 12, or 5, 6, 7. We are seeing a three numbers every time, right? Now this is what we call about EST, LST. 5 as the earliest start time, 7 is the latest start time, S is the start time, medium term start time that goes around it. So we have the optimistic scenario, we have the realistic scenario, and we have the pessimistic scenario that goes around. And these numbers which have been in circles are the activities or the critical path that needs to go around it. If you look around here, we can obligate 4 and 7, 4 and 7, and still reach the goal of 11. Either going 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and 11, or going 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, and 11. Right? There are the third part, which is 4, 7, 1, 2, 4, 7, 10, and 11. Now, which is the most critical path out here, which needs to be done around here, is the path number 2, which you cannot miss altogether, right? But 3, 4, 9, or let's say 5, 7, 5, 8, 9, depending upon the chosen path that goes around it. Now, people might ask, how come I start from point A and point 11 and reach the end objective on 2, 3 different paths? Probably you have your vendors supplying you certain things. This path has been supplied by the vendors at 3 point, or these things have been supplied by somebody on the 5. As a result, what happens and how do you go across with it? So this is what you need to understand. There are certain messages, certain activities can be outsourced. So that is what PERT network is all about it. Now preventive control is what we're looking is advocating the enhancing control system. The preventive control focuses on developing competitive managers to minimize direct control needs. It emphasizes the importance of managerial qualities in preventing issues from or before they arise. Now, that is what preventing. Before something happen, can you take the requisite decision, the requisite control mechanism, inflow? And that is what we are looking out here. Essential features are probably of an effective evaluation control system. An effective system should be objective based. Why? Because the objective cannot be tinkered with. Economical objective, pervasive objective, simple, encourage communication, and involve congruent and operational to ensure it's fostered, actionable, and timely adjustment. That is what we are looking into it. The pic will give you a very big understanding of what this sky jumpers are doing around it. They are trying to come up with certain shapes, certain colors, so that it looks very eye pleasing from the bottom. And that is what effective evaluation and control system is all about. It mind you, everybody is falling down at a great speed. At the same time, they are ensuring the things are in the right place, every one of them. And that is what effective system is all about. It is always objective based, it is always economical objective, it is pervasive, simple, encourage communication, involved, congruent, to ensure timely and actionable adjustment as the case might be. Contingency planning prepare the organization for the unexpected. Did I say the critical, or there are certain things which are within the grasp of the organization, there are certain things which are beyond the grasp of the organization. Can you be prepared for either of the scenarios? So prepare organization for unexpected or critical events, ensuring readiness to adapt to changes swiftly. Effectively, contingency planning follows a structured process from identifying a potential events to developing and implementing. Allow me to talk about the Apollo Tires and the Continental AG alliances. The both are rubber company, both are tire companies, and how do they go around it? Look at Apollo's tires strategic alliances with Continental AG has reworked due to be the economic slowdown. Probably why? Because people are purchasing less of a car, people are purchasing less of a required tires or replacement thereby. So as the market demand changes, their strategic alliances has to be looked into. This situation underscores the importance of strategic control mechanism, particularly premises control and strategic surveillance, to adapt to the strategic in response to the changing environmental shift. And that is what we should be looking forward to as on when on basis. It doesn't make sense to continue an alliances when things are not working profitable for either of the partners. So in conclusion, remember, strategic and operational control are indispensable for aligning organization activities with strategic objectives. Ensuring adaptability and achieving success is the crux of about it. Tools like PERT, like CPM, will, along with preventive control and contingency planning, equip organizations to fight uncertainties and capitalize upon the opportunities which has been presented time often than not. With this, I come to an end of this particular video. Thank you for watching it.